Hey everyone, today I've got your Noah movie review. Darren Aronofsky directs Russell Crowe in this biblical epic where he plays Noah and he's ready to build an ark for the apocalypse. I was slightly looking forward to seeing this movie for only a couple reasons. The cast and the director. Though the story is nothing new, I was hoping that Darren Aronofsky could put a new spin on the character while staying true to some of what Noah's Ark is all about. Russell Crowe plays the leading role pretty well and definitely puts Evan Almighty to shame. At first you see a backstory of his character. He's with his family, but it wasn't what I was expecting after what I was seeing in the trailers. Now, obviously trailers can be misleading, and what was in the actual film, I was definitely surprised at the angle that they were taking his character. Because Emma Watson's character, Emma Watson, who's also in this movie, I didn't think that, I thought she was his actual kid, but no, they just found her. She was also okay in this movie too. I was surprised at the range of her acting, at least in the ways that her character was made, because the interaction between her and Noah definitely showed that there was more to her than meets the eye. And now Logan Lerman, who later is shown in this movie, Not Right Away, he's already been in a movie with Emma Watson. Oh god, what was it? The Perks of Being a Wallflower. There you go. He's the reason why I don't really like Percy Jackson in the first place. Now, Jennifer Connelly is also in this movie, and she's pretty good as well. And her role almost reminded me of when she was in Blood Diamond, which I just saw the other day. And I just loved her feminine energy in this movie, even though she's basically one of the only females in this movie with all these other guys. One of the things about this movie that I found a bit annoying was the fact that every time they cut to a different scene, it just fades to black, but it was a constant thing. All I could think about was, is this Star Wars as far as the editing goes? I don't know what you guys think about that. But it only affected the movie watching, not for the most part. There were things in this movie that I found too good to be true. Certain creatures that may have only been put in this movie to add some kind of fantasy element in the mix, but they were cool looking and almost reminiscent to those Snow White and the Huntsman creatures, or even the upcoming Maleficent movie. Or as I'd like to call them, mythical Transformers. Then all of a sudden, the scenes started turning into Jack the Giant Slayer. That movie didn't turn out so well, did it? By no means am I an expert on the real story of Noah, so apparently this is a Cliff Notes version. But I was a little miffed about certain scenes that were not as realistic as I was hoping that they were going to be. I mean, I didn't peg Darren Aronofsky to be this fantasy movie kind of guy, maybe on an epic scale, but not like this. But hey, once the animals started swarming in, I was happy. But those creatures doing a man's job? At least Russell Crowe did get a better makeover with that buzz cut, and looks like more of an intimidating guy going up against someone like Ray Winstone, who is known for being this immortal bad guy. And Anthony Hopkins was good too, even though I kind of wish I saw him more in this movie. I mean, he's a fantastic actor. Don't get me wrong. Just wait until he starts looking like that Dos Equis guy. Stay thirsty, my friends. So when the rest of the animal kingdom shows up, if I were Noah, I'd say, we're gonna need a bigger boat. But he's all smiling like, we're gonna be just fine. I sure hope so. I'm just kidding. Y'all know what's gonna happen. The action sequences were pretty decent as far as the special effects and all the CGI goes. I mean, it wasn't too overloaded, but I would say it was pretty decent. I didn't think that this is how Darren Aronofsky was going to see this movie, as epic. I wasn't hoping for a go big or go home type of scenario, but the movie wasn't what I was anticipating at first it was going to be. Overall, Noah was pretty epic in scale, as was its tale. That rhymes. But the tale did not seem to stay true to what others believe really happened. So you guys can, sort of tell me in the comments what you guys think of it. As far as this adaptation goes, if this movie was made only to exceed one's imagination, then that was achieved. However, I have to say that the movie was pretty cool, just not something I would see again, at least not for a long time. So let me know in the comments what you guys think of Noah. What did you think of Darren Aronofsky's interpretation of it? As always, you guys can subscribe to my channel. I've got more movie reviews, movie updates coming every week for a Chill Thursday video. You guys can also like me on Facebook and follow me on Twitter, and I will see you guys later.